says I'm live, but I know I haven't been doing too many videos on this channel, and I need to do more videos on this channel. So, as I was thinking, I thought I was working on something, and I figured, hey, why not bring you into the mix of it and show you what I'm doing? Um, I'm going to be finishing up a piece, and I realized I should have done it from the beginning, but it is a long one, and you've already seen part of it, but we'll get into it. I'm using some silver fumed tubing that I've done, and I can put that down in the description of how to make that. And from there, I've also got the live chat going on. Oops, I guess I don't. Yeah, I do. I just got to go back one, two. There we are. So if anybody wants to pipe in while I'm working, uh, turns out I will be there. Thank you for showing up anyway. If you do show up. At the moment, nobody, but I don't expect it because it's one of those things I don't do very often. So, without further ado, we're going to go on from there. Let's put the hose on. And I've got the silver fume tubing that I was going to use ready to go. And let me switch camera angles, of course, so you can see the, oh no, tell me it's not plugged in. Again, it's not plugged in. Hold it a second. Maybe I can get it plugged in and it'll show it. If not, I got to shut down and start again. Here we go. Yep, not plugged in. Let's plug it in. Let's see if it'll show up now. There it is. Webcam. No, let's try that one. There we go. Oh, it's at a bad angle here. Sorry, folks. I'm trying. Or dying, one of the three. The lens just don't want to cooperate. Let's try it again. From a bigger perspective. Of course. It's not going to stay up there, is it? There we go. And I'm not going to touch it. It's going to stay there and be nice, hopefully. We'll see. Thanks for your patience, and let's go on from there. Let's light the torch. I know it's got to be at least 5 to 6 months since I've done a video on this channel, and I need to do it more often, like once a week or so. So we will get there and show what we can do. Okay, first of all, I'm going to turn up. I've only got the 10 liter per minute going. I'm going to turn on the oxygen concentrator too. Another one, a 5 liter. That'll give it a 15 liter per minute concentration going on. Takes a little while for the oxygen to pure up, but we'll get there. Hello, for all those that are watching. You can type into the chat room and say hi. Thanks for showing up. Working with silver fumed tubing that I did a while back, and I'm going to be putting it to this guy right here. He needs a the bowl is going to go right there where that hole is in the side of his behind his tail there. And we'll get there and do that in just a minute. But we're making the bowl right now, so have patience with me. And when I do bowls, I've got a basic concept of what I want to do. And in this case, I need it to be, oh, let's say, sometimes it's better to do this ahead of time and then put it right to the dragon, but life goes on, right? need a puente to hold it on. Sometimes that's a good thing to do, is actually put it to a puente so that you can keep it steady a lot easier. I'm probably going to use most of this tubing right here for it. And right now I'm got it on the blow hose, and I am puffing just a little bit, not a lot yet. Here we go. I'm going to make it a little bit more round. And I'm not doing a big bubblegum bubble, like trying to blow a lot of pressure. I'm just trying to better than equalize the pressure that's in there right now by just lightly puffing, lightly. I wouldn't even say puffing, just sort of, just a little bit of air. It comes with practice and time. And again, thanks for watching. I'm glad that somebody's out there looking at what I'm doing. It helps me to work better. And if you have a question, just type it into the chat room. And if you're on your cell phone, you could probably go down to the very, very bottom of the screen. And that's where the stuff is for that. And you can click on that and actually get into the live chat. As you can see, it is getting a little bit more bulgy, but not a lot. I haven't really gotten a lot of pressure going on yet, but it's going to happen right about now. That should be about the size I want it. Now I'm just going to bring this all into a nice round. And that's about good. Now, at this point, there is no top, no bottom, just front and back. Of course, this is the front and that's the back. But once I start putting on these dots, this will be the sides of the bowl. And so I'm just going to make sure that we're going to put like about two or three dots on each side, 2 dots on each side, and then one on the far end here. And I'm going to do something special with one on the far end. Okay. For all those that are watching, thanks for being there. I appreciate it. And click like, click subscribe, or if you have a comment, say a few words. Appreciate it. Share it. Do whatever you need to do. I know this is about the 6th or 7th video that I've done on this channel, and I need to do more. And I will. I'm going to make a commitment now. Do more to those. To do more pipe videos. Now, on this one is where the carb is going to go. So I'm going to bulge this one, heat it up, and bulge it just about out, but not blow it out completely yet. I need it to still be a seal there. There's a reason for that, but I did bulge it out so that it could be blown out a lot easier. Wow, really? I didn't know that they had me on there. They didn't even tell me, but that's okay. Tobias says, watched a lot of glass blowers live recently. Oh, on European function of flame off. Oh, cool. I thought it was one of mine, but that's cool. Yeah, it's becoming fast and furious. There's a lot of I wouldn't say, yeah, there's a lot of competition too, but for me it's all on the helping and teaching and learning and growing from the experience. Okay, I'm going to add another couple of dots on the other side here. And right now, either that's the top or that's the top. I haven't decided yet, but I probably the side that's up at the moment is going to be the top, and the side that's down is going to be down. But again, it doesn't really matter until you blow the hole in it and seal its fate, I guess you could say. Well, mine are basically just pipes. There is no water or ground glass joints in it, or joints in it at all. It's just like you would a Sherlock pipe or Gandalf type pipe, a nice long. Not well. I don't. Matter of fact, I got to do one of those because somebody has requested one and I haven't done it yet. That's just being lazy, but I'm getting there. Yep. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now here we go. I'm going to blow the hole, and I've got it sort of off to the side. The hole is sort of big, but not huge at this point. Huge. Okay, now where is what I'm looking for? Ah, here we go. My bull push. Now the idea is to heat up around the hole, not the hole itself. And when you know that it's about going to be pliable enough, you then press and blow. There we go. Also, if you think you want to center the hole just a little bit better, you can heat it up around the edges and nudge it just a little bit as it goes. Now we're going to go ahead and blow this part of it out. Tweezers around when you need them? No, never. Never around when you need them. Okay, now I'm going to widen this just a little bit, and I'm also going to put a punte right there where this carb is going to be. In other words, I'm going to switch it from this side to that side. And there's a reason for that, because it's going to go on this other pipe here real quick. Now, let's get some tubing going. Never around when you want one, what is it? Ah, here we go. This will do. First, I have to blow it out a little bit. Well, actually, it's got a hole, but we'll seal it up and blow it out again anyway. Uh, okay, now we're going to flare that out just slightly. And we're going to switch sides here. Put this on a sort of a cold weld punty, but something that will hold for the time being. And now we're going to take it off on this side. Let's see if this has got any blowing power. Yep, just what I needed. Just a little puff, a hard puff, and it blew out just where I wanted. Okay, now we're going to transfer this back to the other side here. And actually, I got to warm this other piece back in slightly. because it's been sitting there for a while. And it probably wouldn't hurt to put this on a end of a punche too. That's one thing about my shows. If I screw up, you see it. I don't take it out because it's live anyway. So I'm going to try to do this the hard way. And hopefully get results. The reason I do that is to show you that yes, even we make mistakes. And of course I'm live anyway, so I guess I could delete it, but I don't. I let people see. I sort of like shoot my videos from the hip so you can see what's going on. I'm going to warm this in just slightly and get his mouth on quite nicely. I'll need that later, but it helps to have a nice little hold there, and I'll probably pull that out a little later on anyway, but it's good to have it on something so that your fingers aren't inside the flame. Let's just put it that way. Now, trick number 355. What I'm going to be doing now is flaming it out, or flaming it in, I guess you could say. This was cold on the table, and you saw me handling it. So what I've got to do now is basically get it to the point where it's warm enough to put the other piece of glass to it. It doesn't help that I've had to reattach my video camera and that cord that you're seeing right here. I'm knocking it all the time. Okay, we're getting warm enough here. And we're going to put these two together. Flare it out around the hole. I don't know if you saw that or not, but there was flame actually coming out of the dragon from where gas had accumulated there. Oh, it's getting the right angle on this is going to be fun. Of course, I've got to get it to where the top and bottom to this thing are the same. Ooh, yeah. I'll stop that. It was chimneying up the dragon. Actually, there was heat going right up into this hole here and going up to where my hand is from the heat. Not on this side, but on this side. So I had to put the blow hose on that side. And here we go. Oops, I was about to put it upside down. Live TV is screw up traffic. Oops, came right off, but that's okay. I think I had a good seal going on when I did it. And tweezers, again, will help me adjust it to where I want it. I'm sorry. The camera line is just driving me crazy. I hope this doesn't knock my wire. I gotta hold off a second and get this wire out of the way. Just my luck, but we'll get there. Nope, nope, nope. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Less in the way and more doing a job. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah. I should be trying to adjust this inside the camera lens, but Doing good. I also need to, sometimes what you need to do is have a little bit of support other than where, because of where you're heating it up. And this I'll take off after the fact. But right here is where I needed to work on it. Otherwise the tail would start flagging a little bit. With that little bit of support going over there, it should do fine. Okay, and we got, make sure it sits well. Oh yeah, we got one dragon pipe. Sweet as you please. There we are. Pull that temporary support off, and I'm gonna call this one quits. Warm it out just a little while and put it in the oven. Looking good, looking good. I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Now, if this weld is on there just right, I'll fire polish it off later, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to take it out from here. Yep, that worked. And now to put it in the oven. 16,000 cords in my way. And that is that. Ah, that is nice and hot in there. There. Woof. For those who want to see where I put that, let me go ahead and give you the other angle here, so that you can see the where I put the. Here we go. My oven is this little box right here, and it's not a big one, but it will do the trick for the size stuff I do. And I also have another big one over on the other side of the room. Still needs a little bit of work on, but once we get that up and done, we're going to be in good shape. So, without any other things to say or do, unless you have a request of something you'd like to see me make, I could do a quick pipe, I guess, a small something or rather, maybe a bat. Hey, that's a good idea. Why don't I do another bat? Start it from, well, I got some tubing right here, so, ooh, color tubing, cool color tubing, dude, not bad, huh? Okay, we'll see what we can get out of this. Sometimes I wish I could do both camera angles at once. See, this is what I was looking at. Now, we're gonna probably use about this much for the bat, and we're gonna try to get it down to, oh, the fire was still on, cool. Interesting. Didn't know that. This was just straight off the table. I mean, so it's room temperature, and sometimes it stresses the way I make my glass, but we'll get there from there. Here. Yep, there went the end of it, just tapped right off, but that's okay. It'll get the rest of it nice and warm enough for me to do what I need to do with it. Okay, there we are. I'm not even gonna blow into this tube yet. I'm just going to extend it into a longer tube and only use the amount that I'm going to use for the bat. Here we go. Oh yeah. It's finally down to about the thickness I want to draw it out, the whole piece too. And that takes time and patience to learn how to draw, thin out a piece of tubing like this. Oops, Coldwell came off. Oh, that's why. Might help if you don't use quartz for the Coldwell, right? There we go. Quartz and boro do not mix. And yes, I work with quartz as well. Makes great puntes for putting your silver on and gold. Fumes in a little easier too. Okay, I gotta go back a little bit and narrow this. We're getting there. Probably right to about a little bit more. That's a good size bat right there. Okay. And now we're going to blow this out here and put another piece of tubing on there. Mainly reason was that was a little bit bulky and thick piece of tubing, and I wanted to go to something a little smaller that I could hold on to a little easier. And here we go. This is a good length for a bat. I'll just seal it to this tubing that was on the end of the dragon's nose a minute ago. Since it's already connected to the blow hose. We'll work on that in a minute. That side in a minute. But that's probably going to be the end where it goes into the mouth. And the other side over here is where we're going to make for the bowl. Okay. Coldwell came off again, but that's okay. Okay, I'm blowing into it a little bit. As you can see, it's getting a little bulgier. I'm going to play with it a little bit and twist it back and forth. The design on it, anyway. There's a little bit of wigwag pattern going on. Making sure that the tubing is not too thick or thin all the way around too at the same time. Now to do a wigwag pattern, you have to heat it up and twist it in one direction. Then go down the tube just a little bit and let that cool. Then heat it up and twist it in the other direction. Therefore, it swivels back and forth. Let's do that again a couple more times. Now I'm going to heat it and twist in the other direction. And now the other direction again. Making some cool patterns going on. That's the main reason. Now when you go back, you can either just stretch it out so that the wigwag stays that way, or you could go and heat it a little bit more so it becomes a little tighter. At this point, I'm just going to make it the back. But the wig pattern worked out really, really well. You won't be able to see the finish. Well, you can for a little bit. Okay, right now I'm going to almost blow out the end, but not quite. Get it really, really thin and even. Okay. And now we're going to sink it down about the width of the bowl, or, you know. But now here's where you sort of suck in slightly. If you don't do it just right, you end up collapsing it. But the idea is to collapse it somewhat, but not completely. And sometimes you can help it along a little bit too. I'm going to nick it in a little bit, squeeze it. There we go. Now on my batch, I usually put about 2 or 3 bumps right about near the constriction. And that is to give it so it doesn't roll as easily. You know, it's round. You don't want it to roll off the table or anything. So I give it like 2 or 3 bumps. Some people just put one little big bump, but I put 2 or 3 smaller ones. It works out well too. Okay. And now we're going to blow out this hole here. Ream it out a little bit. Ream the hole. Might need a little bit of tweezing. Of course, when you want it. There it is. Okay. Don't tell me I don't have any of those left. When you want one that's never around, I guess I can use this. Going to heat and make sure the constriction is just a certain size on the inside. You don't want it to where you can't suck in or blow out, but you want it to be wide enough. And this sort of widens it enough that you know that it's got a nice hole going on. There you go. Now I make mine look a little like I wouldn't say prehistoric, but rustic, I guess you could say. There we go. Holes in it. Now we're going to do the mouthpiece part. All right, everything all at once here. We're going to put a cold weld here. Yeah, let's just sort of take it back. Of course. Never around when you want it, right? There we go. Flare this out. And put it to the bat, and then we'll make the mouthpiece in. A little bit wider on the flare. There we go. That should do her. Yep. This is just to hold on to it so you can do the back end. What I'm doing is sort of warming it in because I've been working on the other end. This side got a little on the cold side. And that should be good. When you think you've done it long enough, do it just a little bit longer. It'll be worth its weight in the long run. But I know my glass, and I could have made a mistake, but I didn't. It worked. And now, stretching it out just a little bit more, and the mouthpiece is going to go right about at the end of this color, like so. Yep. Might have to put the mouthpiece in, blow hose and try to blow it out a little bit. Nope, still didn't do it. Dang it. But that's okay. If it collapses like this, what you do, heat up really, really hot right at the end, pinch and pull and let it get really, really thin. Okay? And then you should be able to nip it, and that should bring a hole to where you can flare it out. See there? Now, on my mouth, the part that goes into the mouth, I don't just flare it out like so. I also give it a side to side, like one of those plastic, so you got something for your teeth to grip on, I guess you could say. Like so. And this one's done. Now we're gonna tap it off here. Oh, it didn't even need to tap it off. It sort of, the cold weld came off. That's okay. And That is number 2 piece. With that, I'm going to call it quits for the evening. And again, I will try to do this more on a weekly basis. I am committing to try. That's a good thing. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day. Like I say on my other channel, Carpe Vitro. Thanks.